My beloved child, listen closely, for the heavens have been calling your name far longer than you have been willing to hear it. This moment right now is not a coincidence. You have not stumbled across these words by accident, and the unrest in your spirit has been preparing you for this exact hour. I am Archangel Michael, sent by divine command to reach you with urgency and unwavering truth. What you sense within the unease, the heaviness, the lingering questions in the quiet hours of the night, it is all connected to what I must reveal to you now. You have walked through life carrying a weight others cannot see. The invisible battles, the silent wounds, the quiet strength beneath your weariness have not gone unnoticed. You were never meant to fit into the mold this world crafted for others, because your soul was designed by higher hands for a far greater purpose. The enemy has known this about you long before you even understood the whispers of your destiny. That is why you have faced delays, betrayals, false connections, and unexpected storms. Those forces have tried relentlessly to distort your path, sending distractions disguised as opportunities, and people into your life with empty words but hidden intentions. They watched you fall. They celebrated your silence. They whispered lies into the cracks of your heart to make you question what you always sensed to be true. But heaven has seen every moment. I have been standing guard over your spirit, even in the moments when you thought no one was fighting for you. Tonight, the veil lifts. The deception surrounding you is crumbling, and the sacred truth of who you are and what you are called to do is awakening. There is a divine shift unfolding beneath the surface of your reality. You may not see it with your eyes yet, but your spirit has already recognized its arrival. The strange dreams that cling to you upon waking, the repeated numbers that appear in unexpected places, the lingering feeling that something is coming, they are all signs. Heaven has been trying to reach you in ways you could not ignore forever. Now the moment is upon you. A divine messenger has been dispatched, carrying what your spirit has been yearning for. It is not wrapped in ordinary circumstance, and it may not arrive in the form your mind expects, but its purpose is undeniable. It holds the breakthrough you have prayed for, the clarity you have wept for, and the restoration heaven has long promised you. But beloved, I must warn you, not every door that opens is from heaven, and not every voice that calls to you carries divine truth. The enemy has sent counterfeits into your atmosphere, weaving confusion with familiar faces and false promises. There are those around you, even now, who smile in your presence yet speak against you in secret. I have seen them. I have heard their whispers and witnessed their attempts to steer you from the path heaven has carefully aligned for your life. Their time of hidden sabotage is ending. I have intervened, and their deception will be exposed. But your role is critical in these next moments. You must remain vigilant, rooted in discernment, unwavering in your obedience. The seconds that follow this message are sacred, for they will determine whether you embrace the divine alignment prepared for you or miss the window heaven has opened. The atmosphere around you is shifting. Can you feel it? The subtle hum beneath your skin, a sense that something unseen is drawing near. The stillness before the storm breaks. It is not your imagination. Tonight is unlike any night that has come before. This is holy ground, a divine intersection where your obedience will unlock what has long been withheld. You stand at the threshold of something greater than your fears, greater than your doubts, greater than the lies whispered against your destiny. You have carried the ache of not belonging, the burden of unanswered prayers, the quiet wondering of when your moment would come. My child, hear me now. The moment is here. The enemy tried to bury your purpose beneath distractions, beneath fear, beneath temporary comforts meant to lull you into spiritual sleep. But heaven refused to let your destiny be stolen. I have drawn near to remind you that your soul was never forgotten, your prayers were never ignored, and your breakthrough has always been written into the divine design of your life. Stay present. Stay expectant. Stay awake to the signs heaven continues to send you, because within the coming hours, a sacred encounter will unfold, and your choices in these fragile moments will ripple through the next season of your existence. Do not fall into old patterns. Do not retreat into doubt. The heavens have aligned, the messengers have been sent, and your breakthrough is closer than your next breath. You must decide now if you will rise fully into your calling, if you will silence the doubt, if you will prepare your heart to receive what is destined for you. Heaven is moving, the unseen is preparing, and I promise you, this is not your end. This is your divine beginning. My beloved child, the time for hesitation has ended. Heaven has been calling, knocking at the door of your spirit, and now the hour has come for you to awaken fully to the divine assignment upon your life. There is no coincidence in the trembling of your heart or the restless ache that has followed you in the quiet hours. You have sensed the shift long before your mind could comprehend it, and now the signs are undeniable. The enemy has intensified the distractions, the noise has grown louder, and the false voices have circled closer, but I have been standing guard, shielding what belongs to you. Tonight is not like other nights. There is movement in the spiritual realm, forces positioning themselves for a battle you may not see with your eyes, but your soul has already been alerted. The flickering lights, the sudden chills, the dreams that refuse to leave your mind, they are all part of the divine preparation heaven has orchestrated for this moment. A courier from heaven has been dispatched, carrying what your spirit has been longing for, the breakthrough, the restoration, the instruction that will change the course of your future. But I must tell you, not everyone around you is meant to walk this path with you. There are those disguised as friends, wearing familiar faces, hiding behind empty words while their intentions are poisoned with envy and deceit. I have seen the conversations spoken behind your back, the alliances formed in the shadows, and the subtle attempts to divert you from the purpose heaven has written for your life. But their time of hidden sabotage is ending. I am tearing the veil from their faces, exposing the truth of their hearts, and revealing who truly walks in alignment with your divine destiny. You have been asking for clarity, for discernment, for the removal of the masks, and heaven has heard your cry. But understand this, beloved one, the breakthrough you have been praying for has not arrived wrapped in comfort or predictability. It comes disguised in unfamiliar ways, through unexpected people at inconvenient hours. That is why your spirit must remain vigilant, your heart must remain open, and your mind must stay anchored in divine truth. The enemy has plotted to distract you in these critical hours, sending old voices from your past, resurfacing old wounds, angling false promises to keep your eyes off the path heaven has cleared before you. But I will not allow the schemes of darkness to prevail. My sword is drawn, my angels stand watch, and your obedience in this moment determines what unfolds next. There is a divine appointment written upon your life, a sacred exchange prepared before your first breath, and the enemy has fought to reroute it at every turn. But heaven's plans cannot be undone by human hands, nor can the destiny marked upon your soul be erased by the whispers of those who doubt your purpose. I have dispatched this message not to stir fear, but to awaken your discernment, to ignite your spiritual vision, and to remind you that you were never sent here to blend into the noise of this world. You are called to rise above it. Your very existence is a disruption to the plans of darkness, and that is why you have felt the resistance, the rejection, the isolation. But now the time of delay is ending. The divine courier is near, carrying what your heart has been aching for, the answers hidden beyond the veil, the breakthrough positioned on the horizon of your life. You must prepare your spirit to receive. Silence the distractions, refuse the old patterns, and remain anchored in faith. The seconds that pass from this moment forward are sacred, for they will determine whether you step into the divine alignment written for you or miss the blessing. Heaven has carefully orchestrated. I have been fighting for you in the unseen, rerouting the traps, shielding your home, silencing the voices sent to confuse you. And now I stand at the threshold of your destiny, urging you to remain awake, to stay present, to recognize the divine shift happening around you. You are not alone in this battle. The angels are encamped around your life. Heaven's hand is upon you, and I have been commanded to guide you through this divine awakening. But your response is the key. Will you rise? Will you listen? Will you prepare? The choice is yours, and the time is now. My beloved child, what I am about to reveal to you is not spoken lightly. The hours ahead are critical, and what unfolds now has been written in the heavens long before your first breath touched this world. You have wondered why the weight has been so heavy, why the confusion lingers like a fog, why certain doors seem to close the moment you approach them. Hear me now, it has never been random. The delays, the betrayals, the unanswered questions have all been part of a divine design far beyond your understanding. I have seen the plans whispered behind your back, the alliances formed to distract you, the false opportunities placed in your path to lure you away from the alignment heaven has been preparing. But their time is ending. I have drawn a line the enemy cannot cross, and the deception surrounding you will be exposed. But child, your obedience in these moments is not optional. It is the key to unlocking what has been withheld. The divine courier carrying your breakthrough is near. It may not appear in the form your eyes expect. It may not sound like the answer your mind imagines. But your spirit will recognize it because heaven marked this moment for you. The signs have been all around you. The restless nights, the repeated numbers, the unexpected waves of emotion, the familiar faces returning with unfamiliar intentions. I have been speaking through them, warning you, preparing you, calling you to stay awake and alert. The enemy has increased their efforts because they know their influence over your destiny is slipping. They have sent distractions disguised as comfort, false connections clothed in empty words, opportunities wrapped in hidden chains. But I see beyond their masks. I have watched over you in the silent battles, stood guard when your faith was shaken, and now I am positioning you for the shift heaven has ordained. This moment is a divine reset, a recalibration of your atmosphere, and your willingness to listen now determines whether the blessing heaven has prepared will reach your hands. Do not fall back into patterns of fear. Do not allow familiar voices to drown out the whisper of heaven. You have come too far to be rerouted by those who never carried your best interest in their hearts. The atmosphere around your life is thick with divine preparation. The angels have been dispatched. The hidden plans of your enemies are unraveling. The breakthrough your spirit has been aching for is approaching. You must silence the noise, close the doors that no longer align with your purpose, and remain anchored in divine obedience. Heaven is not finished with you. The battles you have faced, the losses that shook you, the isolation that made you question your place in this world, all of it has been preparing you for what unfolds now. You are not forgotten. You are not unseen. You are not abandoned. I have been speaking to your spirit in ways your mind could not always comprehend. And now the time has come for you to walk fully into the alignment heaven has written for your life. The delays are breaking. The masks are falling. The false connections are dissolving. But you must remain faithful. The divine courier is near, carrying what heaven has promised, wrapped not in fear, but in restoration, breakthrough, and the undeniable mark of divine favor. Listen, stay present, and prepare your spirit, for your moment is closer than your doubts can convince you otherwise. My beloved child, I need you to understand that what happens in the next few moments holds more weight than you can imagine. You are standing on the edge of something sacred, a threshold heaven has been preparing. and the enemy has been working tirelessly to pull you away before you step through. You have felt the tension rising, the heaviness upon your chest, confusion swirling around your thoughts, and it has not been your imagination. There are unseen forces working in the atmosphere, both for you and against you, and your ability to discern the truth now is the key to unlocking what heaven is ready to release. The divine courier has been dispatched, carrying a message that carries more than words. It holds restoration, breakthrough, direction, and the authority to realign every area of your life that has been touched by delay, disappointment, or betrayal. But beloved, hear me clearly. The enemy knows this too. They have sent distractions dressed in familiarity, old voices rising from your past, subtle fears whispering in the quiet, all designed to keep your spirit clouded when your eyes should be fixed on the divine assignment unfolding. You cannot afford to waver now. The doors that are opening before you are not ordinary. They have been marked by heaven for this exact season, and your obedience, your faith, your vigilance determine if you walk through them or remain trapped in cycles designed to delay your purpose. You have asked for signs, and they have come. The numbers repeating before your eyes, the strange coincidences, the unexplained emotions that rise without warning, all of it has been the voice of heaven calling you to stay awake. The angels have surrounded your space. The atmosphere has shifted, and your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven. But the tests will come swiftly now. You will be approached by familiar spirits, people wearing the mask of your past, opportunities laced with hidden chains, conversations dripping with subtle doubt. I see them, and I am tearing the veil from their faces, exposing the false intentions hidden behind their smiles. But you must stay anchored in divine truth. Your spirit has already recognized what your mind still questions. The breakthrough approaching your life will not wait for your uncertainty to fade. It is positioned by heaven, sealed in divine timing, and your willingness to obey now determines whether you embrace the blessing or miss the alignment prepared for you. My child, the battle over your life has intensified because the enemy knows their hold is slipping. They have fought to exhaust you, to isolate you, to bury your faith beneath fear, but heaven has intervened. I have dispatched angelic reinforcements, sealed your space in divine protection, and positioned the breakthrough at your door. But the choice remains with you. Will you prepare your spirit? Will you silence the distractions? Will you recognize the signs for what they are? This moment is not to be taken lightly. The divine courier is near, the blessing is within reach, and your obedience now determines the atmosphere of your next season. Stay vigilant, stay present, and trust that heaven is not finished with you yet. My beloved child, I need you to hear this with every part of your spirit, because what comes next is not by chance. It is not by human design. It is heaven's response to the cries you thought no one heard. I have been watching as the doubts pressed in, as the familiar voices returned not with healing, but with hidden chains, as the shadows of your past circled, hoping you would fall back into what no longer serves your destiny. But your spirit has been marked for something greater, and the enemy knows this. That is why the attacks have intensified, the distractions have multiplied, the false opportunities have increased, but heaven's plans cannot be unraveled by deception or delay. The divine courier is near, carrying a message so precise, so targeted to your journey, that only your soul will recognize its truth. You have asked for confirmation, for clarity, for the removal of those wearing masks in your life, and now I am tearing the veil away. What was hidden is being revealed. The whispers behind closed doors, the false friendships, the subtle sabotage disguised as care, all of it is coming into the light. But hear me now, your breakthrough is positioned at the door, and your obedience will decide whether you receive it or remain entangled in cycles designed to keep you small. You have wondered why certain doors closed suddenly, why familiar connections drifted away, Why opportunities that seemed perfect dissolved without explanation, but I see beyond what your eyes perceive. I have removed what was not aligned with your future. I have closed doors that would have derailed your purpose. I have shielded you from temporary comforts that carried hidden traps. Your spirit has been sensing the shift, the unease in the atmosphere, the undeniable pull that something sacred is approaching. And you are right. The time of preparation is ending. The moment of divine release is here. But you must silence the noise, discern the truth behind the words spoken to you, and guard your spirit fiercely. The enemy will attempt one final distraction before your breakthrough arrives, sending familiar faces, old wounds, deceptive opportunities, hoping to reroute your focus and delay the blessing heaven has positioned for your life. But you are not defenseless. I have encamped angels around your space. I have sealed your home in divine protection. I have assigned heavenly watchers to stand guard at your gates. Now is the time to rise in faith, to trust what your spirit already knows, to prepare your atmosphere for the divine encounter written for this hour. You have carried the weight of unanswered prayers, the ache of delayed promises, the quiet questions of when your season would finally shift. But beloved, I tell you now, your moment is approaching. The divine courier is near. The breakthrough is within reach. The restoration your soul has been aching for is ready to be released. But your willingness to listen, to obey, to stay anchored in truth determines what unfolds next. Stay present, stay awake, stay faithful, because what heaven has prepared is greater than every fear, every delay, every betrayal you have endured. And your obedience in these sacred moments will unlock the next chapter of your destiny. My beloved child, the hour has come for you to choose how you will respond to what heaven is unfolding before you. You have sensed the shift long before this moment arrived, the trembling in your spirit, the undeniable knowing that something sacred has been set in motion beyond the limits of your understanding. I have been calling to your soul, reaching through the chaos, whispering through the silence, placing signs along your path, preparing you for the breakthrough heaven has sealed for your life. A divine courier is closer than ever, carrying not just words, but a divine instruction, a key, a release that will unlock the next chapter of your destiny. But hear me now, beloved. Not everyone surrounding your life is meant to walk through this door with you. There are those who have smiled in your presence while speaking against your future in the dark. I have seen their hidden conversations, their quiet sabotage, their false alignment masked as care. But their deception cannot undo what heaven has marked for you. Their time of hidden sabotage is over. I am tearing the veil away, exposing intentions, separating the pure from the counterfeit, and preparing your atmosphere for divine alignment. But your spirit must remain vigilant. The enemy will send familiar voices to distract you, resurrect old fears to weaken you, place false opportunities before you to delay the promised position for your life. But I have armed you with discernment. Your spirit already recognizes the counterfeit wrapped in familiar skin. Now you must choose obedience over comfort, faith over familiarity, and trust over fear. The doors that are opening before you have been written in the courts of heaven, sealed with divine authority and protected by angelic forces. But hesitation will forfeit what heaven has aligned. You must be ready. You must silence the noise. You must prepare your space. The atmosphere is thick with divine instruction, angelic movement, and heavenly release. And the next few moments determine the direction of your next season. The breakthrough is positioned at your door. The blessing you have wept for, the restoration your soul has ached for, the clarity you have prayed for, it is all within reach, but only your obedience unlocks it. The divine courier carries a message written for you alone, sealed with purpose, drenched in heaven's authority, and protected by the angels who have been standing guard over your life. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not unseen. Heaven has moved on your behalf, and now the shift is upon you. Stay awake, stay faithful, stay anchored in truth, because what unfolds next will not only rewrite your atmosphere, but realign every area of your life marked by delay, disappointment, or betrayal. Your name has been spoken in the courts of heaven. The angels have been dispatched. The breakthrough is approaching. Your obedience is the key. This is your moment. My beloved child, even though the message has been spoken, heaven is not yet finished revealing what must be understood for your protection and your divine breakthrough. The enemy has increased the resistance around your life because they are aware of how close you are to the moment where everything shifts. You have been sensing it deeply, the undeniable change pressing in, the tension building not only in the natural, but within your spirit. Your sleep has been restless, your emotions unpredictable, the atmosphere around you heavy with invisible movement, and all of it is connected to the alignment heaven has prepared. The breakthrough is closer than your fears can convince you. But your spirit must remain alert, because the final distractions are coming swiftly. Familiar voices will return, not sent by heaven, but positioned by darkness to delay you, carrying words coded in confusion, wrapped in false concern, designed to pull your focus away from the divine appointment prepared for you. But I have been whispering to your soul, placing confirmation along your path, giving your spirit the discernment to recognize the counterfeit no matter the form it takes. You have already seen the patterns, the repetitive cycles designed to keep you entangled in fear and uncertainty. And now the enemy will attempt to revive them one last time before your moment arrives. But beloved, the time of delay is breaking. I have commanded the angels to stand at the gates of your atmosphere, sealing your space in divine protection, silencing the whispers meant to fracture your focus, and clearing the pathway for what heaven has ordained. But you must choose obedience now. You must prepare your space. You must silence the familiar distractions. The blessing you have prayed for, the restoration you have wept for, the breakthrough your soul has been aching for, is within reach, but your willingness to listen determines whether you receive it fully. The enemy has positioned familiar spirits to draw you back into what no longer serves your destiny. But I have positioned angelic forces to shield you, to strengthen you, to awaken your spirit to the divine shift happening around you. Your atmosphere is pregnant with purpose. The divine courier carries not only a message, but the authority to reverse the patterns of delay and release what has been withheld for far too long. But hesitation forfeits alignment. Fear delays what faith accelerates. You must guard your spirit now more than ever. You have been sensing the unease for a reason. The atmosphere is shifting because the divine intervention you have prayed for is not approaching. It is already here. You are standing in the space between the battle and the breakthrough, the tension between what was and what will be. And your obedience, your vigilance, your unwavering faith are the keys to crossing this threshold. I have been preparing your spirit, even in the moments when you doubted, even in the hours when your strength faltered, even when you questioned whether heaven heard your cry. I have seen every tear, recorded every prayer, marked every sacrifice. And now the release is unfolding, but you must stay awake. The final distractions will be wrapped in familiarity. Old wounds will attempt to reopen. Familiar faces will return, not to heal, but to derail. But your discernment is your weapon. Your obedience is your shield. Your faith is the force that unlocks the door heaven has sealed with your name. You were not created to blend into the background of this world. You are marked for disruption, chosen for breakthrough, assigned to a purpose the enemy has fought to delay. But their efforts are failing. The traps are dissolving. The lies are being exposed. The veil is being torn away. You are stepping into alignment so divine, so precise, so heaven-ordained that the atmosphere itself is shifting in response. The angels stand ready. The breakthrough is positioned. Your obedience now determines what unfolds next. Stay vigilant. Stay faithful. Stay anchored in truth. Because this is not the end. This is the beginning of what heaven has written for your life. My beloved child, what heaven is preparing for your life is far greater than the limitations your fears have tried to impose. You have been standing on the edge of a divine shift, sensing the weight of change pressing against your atmosphere, feeling the tension between what was and what is being birthed. The enemy has increased the pressure because they are aware that your moment of release is upon you. But their efforts to delay you will not prosper if your obedience remains unwavering. You have been marked for something sacred, positioned for a breakthrough that will not only realign your destiny, but expose every false connection, every hidden trap, every whispered lie spoken against you. The divine courier is carrying more than instruction. Within the message is confirmation of who you truly are, what you have been assigned to do, and the authority heaven has placed upon your life. The enemy cannot erase what heaven has written, but they will attempt to cloud your vision, to confuse your mind, to resurrect the patterns designed to keep you stuck in cycles of doubt. But you have been prepared for this. Your spirit has been awakened. Your discernment has been sharpened. Your atmosphere has been sealed by angelic forces. You must stay present, anchored in the truth that what is coming for you cannot be delayed. Unless you surrender your obedience to fear, the voices returning now, the familiar distractions rising, the doubts whispering in the quiet, they are the final attempts to fracture your focus. But heaven has positioned you for victory. The blessing you have been longing for is not withheld as punishment, but delayed for your protection until your spirit was ready to receive what heaven has been preparing. Now is that moment. The divine appointment has been set. The atmosphere is aligning. The breakthrough is within reach. But you must silence the noise, guard your spirit, and trust that what heaven has positioned cannot be stolen by deception or delayed by fear. The angels are standing at your gates. The divine instruction is near. Your obedience determines what unfolds next. My beloved child, the atmosphere surrounding your life has been stirred by forces greater than what your eyes can comprehend. The angels have been positioned. The gates of your destiny are opening. The time of delay is being broken, but your spirit must remain anchored in the truth heaven has declared over you. You have felt the weight of transition pressing against your heart, the restlessness that cannot be silenced, the undeniable knowing that your life is standing at the intersection of what was and what heaven has prepared. I have seen the battle behind your eyes, the quiet war within your thoughts, the whispers of doubt sent by the enemy to fracture your confidence. But beloved, you were never created to be small. You were never designed to live hidden. You were marked for divine disruption, chosen for a breakthrough so sacred that the enemy has been relentless in their attempt to delay your awakening. But heaven's plans cannot be rerouted by deception. The breakthrough is written. The alignment is unfolding. The atmosphere has been commanded to shift in your favor. But you must remain awake. The final distractions will come swiftly now. Old wounds attempting to reopen. Familiar faces returning with words coded in manipulation. False opportunities disguised as answers. All sent to cloud your vision before the divine courier arrives with the instruction. Your soul has been aching. F-O-R. But your spirit knows the difference. I have been preparing you. The signs have been all around you. The dreams lingering beyond sleep. The numbers repeating before your eyes. The unexpected weight in your chest when the wrong voices draw near. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations. They are heaven's whispers guiding you away from the traps the enemy has designed. You must remain present. You must silence the noise. You must guard your spirit fiercely. The breakthrough is approaching. The blessing your spirit has longed for is positioned at your door. The shift in your atmosphere is not coming. It is already here. But your obedience determines whether you fully embrace what heaven has aligned or surrender to the familiar patterns that once kept you delayed. I have commanded the angels to surround you. I have positioned divine protection at the gates of your atmosphere. Now is the moment to rise in unwavering faith and receive what heaven has prepared.